What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with another episode of Thorium Mercs, and it's time to get our Merc on. So, we've been betrayed, which has been a running theme of the first 3 episodes of this, and now we're kinda in a place where we can start to make some money for ourselves. Now, if we go to our command center and to our contracts, our mysterious benefactor has a major operation for us. 33,000 sea bills, no salvage. Seems really weird. But we do have a spider that is 4 days away from being repaired because it lost an arm because Oric doesn't know how to dodge. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, so we're going to let it play up to the point where that spider is all fixed. Just orbit the planet a little bit. There we go. Good and done. And then we'll go back into our mission and we'll do this mysterious benefactor in orbit around Bellerophon. So, Anna Maria Centrella, she's a member of one of the noble houses. Know that from Battletech lore. Mr. Oliveira, thank you for honoring my request to meet me. I am, as she says, some of these names are hard to pronounce. I'm just going to go with that. You've heard of my family, I'm sure. Lady Centrella, this is a surprise. I wouldn't expect a member of the Canopian royal family to even know who we are, let alone approach us in such a non-traditional manner. This isn't a traditional contract, and I don't need Comstar asking questions. Besides, there's no reason to involve the MRB. I already know that I want to hire you. Have I piqued your interest, Commander LeBlanc? Well, sure, but let's hear some details before we commit to anything. Of course, Commander LeBlanc. I'd expect nothing less. The job that I have for you is relatively simple. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. In exchange for your services, I'll pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans and buy you the breathing room you've been looking for. A fair deal, wouldn't you say? How do you know about... You know what? Doesn't really matter. Just tell us what we're supposed to be recovering. This. That's a jump ship. Well, it's an assault ship. Dropship? Yeah, and it doesn't look in too good shape. She's a derelict vessel, an Argo, one of only 2 ever made. For over 200 years she's been lying in state on... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that planet's name. A pirate moon at the heart of the frontier. I want her, and you're going to bring her to me. Yeah, and how exactly are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's a big ship, and she looks half cannibalized for parts. Look, you can see her ribs in the photo. I'm as enthusiastic about money as the next guy, but I'm a mech tech, not an aerospace engineer. I'll be damned if I can get that thing flying again. Well, at least Yang knows his limits. Relax, Mr. Vertenen. I have an engineer on hand to attend to the Argo. Their leader, Dr. Farad Murad, has built quite a reputation for herself in the frontier. You'll find a jump ship waiting for you at Alloway. It will carry you to the Pirate Moon, where you'll clear a path to the crash site. Dr. Murad and her team will go to work on the derelict, and you will protect them until the work is done. This should be well within your capabilities, Commander LeBlanc, unless I've come to the wrong company, of course. Well, part of our background is popping up here. I'm no stranger to protecting non-combatants. This job is well within our wheelhouse. Then I can see no reason why you shouldn't accept my offer. Do the job well enough, and there will be more work waiting for you upon your return. Mr. Oliveira will never find you a better opportunity than the one I'm offering. I can promise you that. She isn't wrong. We're looking for a lifeline. I think this is as close as we're going to get. Well, we can handle anything that you throw at us, so let's prove it. Very good. I'll forward your contract to Mr. Oliveira. Your reputation is well known within the magistracy. I said that wrong, but I don't care. I hope that you live up to it. Alright, so it's up. So that was 33 grand just for meeting with them. It's a single drop point, which we can more than cover with our mechs. 1.152 million sea bills and a huge amount of salvage. I'm liking this job already. It's gonna be 18 days out to get there, but let's travel to it. Still really enjoy the transitions between places. There's the nice jump ships. Not to be confused with drop ships, which we're going after right now. Banging noises draw you to the shared mech warrior barracks where you find Chaplain disassembling one of the Leopard's internal walls. There are already several panels neatly stacked beside him. Chaplain, what are you doing? He pauses, then explains, there's a few cubic meters of dead space back here, and I'm trying to make room so we can stretch without hitting the bunks. As reasonable as it sounds, the banks aren't going to like you to modifying their property. Chaplain, just make it easily reversible, okay? You look over Chaplain's work. This is a temporary change, yeah? Chaplain blinks and quickly nods. Yes, Commander, you say the word, and I can have this back the way it was in 90 minutes? 120 tops. Good as new. Good, carry on. However, in the future, you will get a sign-off before you start anything like this again. Are we clear? Yes, Commander, he says. So there's an extra bit of morale. That helps us out a little bit, but... Chaplain, what are you taking our ship apart for, man? Like, really? I do like the little interlude things that pop up for that. They involve all your pilots on your roster. They're just really, really fun, neat little tidbits. But Chaplain, stop taking apart the ship. We kind of, need the ship. And here comes a pretty harsh report. We're down to 741,000. We're going to have to go with normal morale for right now. We got some good pilots on board, but for the most part, we can't really go overboard on everything. I mean, we're already a month and a half into this whole thing. Alright, well, we might as well proceed with this mission. Setting course for Lady Controla's jump ship. It's strange, though. This moon it's taken to doesn't appear on any of my maps, which leads me to wonder, where exactly are we going and how do they intend to get us there? Great. Uncharted space. That was one hell of a rough ride. My stomach is still doing somersaults. Maybe if Chaplain hadn't taken part of the ship. And no, you're not getting off the hook for that anytime soon, Chaplain. That's because those crazy bastards used a pirate point to get us here. If we'd suffered a misjump, our stomach would be the least of your concerns. The Leopard could have gotten irreparably mangled. Hell, we could have been irreparably mangled. The cautionary holovids they showed us at the Academy were the stuff of nightmares. When exactly did you realize what Controla's jump ship crew was planning on doing? As we were on our approach to dock with the jump ship, it was way out of position to use any legitimate jump point. Putting two and two together, I could guess at what they were going to do. Well, here's the million C-bill question, Meyer. Why didn't you say anything about this before we jumped? Because it wouldn't matter if I had. Couldn't afford to turn down this job. Given the situation, I figured that ignorance was probably bliss. Guys, we're a Merc crew here. Let's stop doing this sort of stuff. We'll talk about this later, Meyer, but for now, what's done is done. We're here, and there's money to be made. Let's focus on the task at hand. The Argo's crash site is here, smack dab in the middle of a pirate stronghold. The ship, the stronghold, and everything around it belong to the self-styled bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Nice name. Her gang is the closest thing that whatever this moon is called has to a ruling council. Grim Sybil, is that supposed to be scary? It sounds like the kind of name you'd choose out of a hat. What do their defenses look like? Good question, Yang. They're patchy at best. I don't think that this moon gets a lot of visitors. They have strong anti-air cover, but little in the way of ground-based defenses. I'm seeing a lot of vehicles, but battle mech activity looks light. Define light. I can't put an exact number. All I have is surface scans to go on. From what data I do have, I'd expect the pirates to be able to field a full ounce of light battle mechs, all of them in poor repair. Well, even a poorly repaired battle mech is still a battle mech. There are mixed reports of something bigger. That'll be Grim Sybil's mech. I don't have any information on tonnage or armament, but given the shape of everything else is on this moon, I'd imagine being held together with chewing gum and baling wire. Hey, those are secrets that only Yang knows. We can't let this go unanswered. So they got vehicles, turrets, maybe a few battle mechs. Let's keep going. The entire structure is surrounded by radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. Our first task will be to take down the radar tower so that Sumire can approach the derelict. After you secure the crash site, she'll dock with the Argo and drop off the engineering team. And then they'll miraculously get a 200-year-old wreck flying again. Lady Contrella has bet a massive stack of C-bills that they will. For what it's worth, I believe that her chief engineer can pull this off. I'd never heard of Dr. Farah Murad before Lady Contrella mentioned her, but I did some digging after our meeting. She was telling the truth. The doc has quite a reputation. Supposed to be some kind of frontier engineer wunderkind, and a genius at bringing dead ships back to life. Well, that's good enough for me. We are mercs. Glad to hear it, because it's going to have to be. Now that we're here, we're kind of committed to seeing this job through. I'll leave it to you. Good hunting on the moon surface. I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. Well, this is a pretty sizable paycheck, and we're going to take the boys, leave Ryan and Blood there. There's a reason I'm getting to it. Please, please, ladies. I know you're both very, very powerful women. Don't hate me for this. I just need to take the guys whose skills are right there right now. So let's jump down to the planet. Alright, so we are on a moon surface, meaning our heat sinks are not going to vent that well. Welcome to Axilius? Axilus? It's every bit as charming as you expect a pocket-occupied moon to be. You find Grim Sibyl's radar stations just ahead. Defenses appear to be limited to turrets and ground vehicles, for the time being at least. We know that Grim Sibyl has at least one Lance battle mech, so be ready for anything. Be careful of the pirates' turrets as you make your way into the base. They pack a nasty punch, and they can also sensor lock your mechs. Aim for the turret generators. That'll be the fastest way to neutralize the threat. After the pirates' radar stations are down, you'll be clear to proceed to the Argo. Good hunting, Commander. Knock out their radar cover and crush any pirate resistance and secure us that derelict. Alright, so we're going to have to think about this logically. Let's take a quick look up at what we're dealing with here. So we know there's a generator up there. Looks like there's another one there. There's Radar Station Alpha, and that's got to be the other one. So I figure if we swing in here and use some missiles to knock out the generators, we can deal with any threats that are on the ground. I don't want to rush headlong into this, so we're going to swing around to the left. Let's get our people moving.
Confirmed.
We do have an enemy contact already.
On my way.
I'm guessing it's just a few vehicles. It's not like we can do anything on the first turn anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see. Those look like turrets.
Waiting for orders.
If we pop out, those turrets will be able to shoot at us. I don't know if they're connected to that generator or to the other one. You know what, let's actually reserve Auric,
Holding for the right opportunity.
so we can get the rest of our big guns up in range. See what we can do as a sniper variant here. I'm not too worried about getting this all done immediately.
No one else saying this. Wake up, you idiots. We've got company.
But they're driving giant battle mechs. We can't fight against them.
Any more objections? Good. Get out there and fight.
Well, isn't she just a lovely piece of work? I figure if we knock out this first turret, since it can see us, nothing bad should really happen.
Standing by.
Chaplain, you're in our Vindicator, aren't you? So that gives us a particle projector cannon, some long-range missiles. Hopefully that knocks it out.
Here it comes.
With one turret down,
Target neutralized.
shouldn't have to worry about any turret-based weapons, unless something else gets in range to see us. Now, if Auric runs all the way up, we'll be dealing with some other things that are quite nasty, but we can probably get line of sight on and then possibly take out that other turret. It's a light laser turret, so small lasers, medium lasers, and a couple of MGs.
Roger that.
See if we can get you to peel some of the armor off, and then let Phoenix
Ready for orders.
roll up the middle.
Let's move.
And that heavy autocannon in his shoulder should be able to deal with that turret. And Oric's evasion should protect him from most of the rest of the retaliatory stuff. So there's 2 turrets down.
That turret is gone.
Taking out the gens would knock out all the turrets attached to them. So we might have to suffer a round or 2 of turret shooting. There's Oric's evasion. He finally learned how to dodge. Good job, buddy. You learned how to not be shot. That's a lot of missiles coming in, though. A couple of them hit, but not too many.
Light damage, Commander.
Alright, so that really didn't affect you that much. Can we get you into a spot where you can shoot the turret generator?
Position confirmed.
I don't want to overtax our laser weaponry too much, but I do not want to knock out the turret generators as quickly as we
Locked
can.
on target.
So we'll probably split a little bit and use our long-range weaponry to clear the turrets.
Commander.
You'd only have range with your missiles. A jump is a little bit risky, but can we get... Can't get anyone in range, I don't think, of that other turret generator with anything but missiles. Which kind of sucks. So let's just move Phoenix forward. See if he can take out that little vehicle in front of us. It's just a bulldog with a large laser and a couple SRMs, but as we've learned, SRMs are not something that you really laugh at. Ow! That actually stung my blackjack a little bit. Nothing else is pretty much in range, so I think knocking out these vehicles is going to be the key to dealing with this effectively. A heavy autocannon needs to die. Alright, so that's a tank down.
Enemy unit destroyed.
And then Chaplain, he of the taking apart of the ship. You can take out that other vehicle, that bulldog. That should, in theory, allow Auric to take out that turret generator next turn.
Engaging target.
Kind of a waste of missiles, but I'm not
That vehicle is
overtly worried about that. It's a couple of kill markers for our guys. And if nothing else gets in range... That actually helps us out a fair bit. I don't know where any of the other turrets are. If we jump Auric up, he's got the best mobility out of all of our guys. So, we'll jump him up, take out the turret generator, hopefully.
acquired.
Or not. That's a scorpion. Alright, so I think I'm going to swing down to the left a little bit more, get my autocannons locked onto them. Try not to use the laser weapons if I can. Especially since we'll overheat. Let's leave the more accurate ones on. We'll drop off 2.
Engaging target.
So we've taken a few hits, but nothing too vital so far.
I live to serve.
Now, Chaplain, if we can get you approximately there, we can fire off a missile salvo from you, and that should finish that turret generator off.
Locked on target.
Oh, didn't even finish it, so Oracle will have to take care of it the next turn. I don't want to bring those guys directly into view just yet. So let's have Phoenix move over here and take a pot shot at the radar tower.
Confirmed.
That's the problem with moons. Limits you because of your heat distribution. And for some reason they really want to hit me. Armor's getting a little bit low, so we'll have to lead with Phoenix and possibly the Chaplain
Commander?
when we end up sliding into the enemy fortifications. Normally this would be a bad idea, leaving Oryx's back open to a turret, but this should kill that turret generator and knock that turret out of commission.
Flatten that one.
Then if we can use a little bit more of our long-ranged weaponry to
I will be done.
deal with these strikers, everything else.
Moving to position.
Hopefully Chaplain takes this out for us. Be better if he didn't miss with his PPC, but
Good to go.
is what it is. And yes, you're going to be slightly less stable because you're going over rocky ground, Phoenix, but not really my issue right now. We need to take care... Oh, I thought for a second there that that striker wouldn't die.
Trash.
Whew. So without their vehicle support, the enemy turrets are pretty much blind. And I should balance my mech out a little bit. I should still be well within my heat regulation, so let's chop off a few more shots and blow him up. And that'll leave every other turret out of visual sight range for us, so we don't have to worry about them.
What's up, boss?
Oric, you can't really get out of that bowl unless we jump you, but
On the way.
your heat's pretty high. So I think we're just going to have you brace and kill off a bit of heat.
I await your command.
And there is a turret we'll probably get into range of, no matter where we go. So we're going to focus everybody else on the other turret generator. And if we can kill that, should only take another shot from
Ready,
Phoenix.
get it on. Roger that.
And then we can knock out the 2 radar stations at our leisure. Get all our guys moving towards the crash site.
Affirmative.
And that's all the turrets down.
I could do this all day.
How much ammo are we running on our ACs right now? 17 more shots? That's not too bad. So if I drop off the lasers...
Engaging target.
Didn't quite destroy it.
Yes, Commander.
We're just going to have you shoot, Oric.
Taking the shot. Waiting for orders.
Chaplain will get you to advance and turn to help Oric. You probably won't be able to fire that PPC this turn.
Got it, Commander.
Trying to spare as much of our autocannon ammo as we can while we're moving up. Phoenix's AC5 is getting pretty low, so let's actually just
Roger.
kill it for right now. That'll get rid of the recoil penalty too. And we still destroyed the radar tower, so we're good.
Made you trash heap, Commander.
My heat is still fairly significant. But if we swap out some of the lasers, we'll have some time to cool off as we're progressing to the crash site, I think. And there goes the other radar tower.
Target building destroyed.
That's done it, Commander. The AA guns are down for now. Get to the crash site and secure that area.
Standing by.
Oryx's heat is pretty substantial, but he's not going far. And this should cool all our guys off. We do want Phoenix to go in first with that AC 5. So I think that's how we're going to rock it, is we're going to make sure Phoenix is up front.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to sit slightly behind him. Chaplain will get you down the throat, and Oryx, we're going to get you doing your wide-ranging scout missions. Just sprinting for a couple of turns should cool us off fairly significantly. You can still see the heat just vaping off the back of our heat sinks.
What's up, boss?
Alright, so let's look at the terrain in here. Looks fairly standard. I'm guessing that all the enemy mechs are going to be back in this area. So we got one lane here and one lane here that we might have to deal with. Let's get Phoenix right up front since he's got fairly significant armor. Get our long-range snipers in position. And Oryx, let's get your evasion up going around to the right. We'll be using a lot of our specialist skills as soon as the enemy is viable.
Yes, Commander.
We'll move Chaplain in just a little bit. Crash site is secure, so Meyer, you've got a clear approach path to the derelict. 2 steps ahead of you, XO. Watch yourself, Commander. I'm coming in hot. Wow, she is a pretty talented pilot landing the Leopard in there. Assuming that Chaplain didn't take anything vital out of the ship.
Orders.
Because, you know, Chaplain does that.
Acknowledged.
Takes the ship apart. Kind of want to keep everybody behind a little bit of cover, so when we see what we're going to be up against. Package delivered, XO. I'm taking the Leopard to a safe distance before the pirates get their guns running again. Roger that, Meyer. Dr. Murad, your team is clear to enter the derelict. I hear you, Mr. Oliveira. We're making our way inside now.
Alright, people, you know what to do. Marines, clear the ship of pirates.
With pleasure, Dr. Murad.
And there's the contacts that we were waiting for. Looks like we were fairly correct about where they are coming from.
I'm going.
Let's just try and keep Oryx in the shadow of the buildings for now. He is the lightest out of us. And it looks like it's 3 light mechs.
Receiving you.
I'd rather not get you into the real thick of it right away, Oryx. We don't know what's coming out here. Let's actually just reserve you and let them advance up.
For tactical advantage.
We still have a lot of evasion charges from getting in here. Alright, now Oryx, we can get you to advance to a place where you can see this guy. See what we're rocking. It's just a locust.
Here it comes.
The misses are fine. He braced himself and all that sort of stuff, but
Negative
just
damage.
dropping a 7 reinforcements. That's got to be something heavier if it's acting on the initiative phase of our mediums.
Ready for orders.
Chaplain, is there a place where we can put you where you're going to get a good line of sight? Probably not.
Standing by.
At least not from there. Phoenix? That would put you at odds up there. There we go. I'll give you a line of sight onto something. Looked like a commando. Commandos are good little mechs. There's a Jenner for sure. And a Commando 2D. Medium laser and a lot of SRMs. Or the 4 of them. Let's actually use a precision strike. And go for... Is it going to tell us what's on there? SRM-4. Where's the laser? It's on its left arm. So we'll fire for the left arm.
Copy that.
I don't know exactly what kind of reinforcements they got, but the fact that they're moving in our initiative phase, there was a glimmer of hope for seeing it, but I missed it. Too busy talking. I should know better. Can't really get a line of sight on that commando. Could jump up there and hit him with another precision strike. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do. It'll give me a bunch of evasion charges, too. So let's go for an alpha strike with a precision strike.
All weapons committed.
Well, a leg destroyed is still better than nothing. He's going to be striking in Initiative 1. He's going to go very, very last.
Orders?
Let's move Chaplain over here. Should have a line of sight with that PPC on that Jenner pretty quick. But if you can knock out...
Affirmative.
Dr. Moran, the pirates have Alpha Squad pinned down in the Argo's main hallway. Bravo Squad is holding the door to engineering, but you better hurry up.
Sergeant? Talk to me.
Well, it sounds like things inside the ship aren't going too great. Alright, let's slide you over and go for a precision strike on the Jenner. Let's go for a center torso shot. And you did expose its armor. They're not very heavily armored to begin with. We know that's a Locust, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, Phoenix, what are the odds that you can get up close and personal and deal with that commando before it can get up? By which I mean, Phoenix, get up close and personal and deal with that commando before it gets up. Well, let's cancel the AC-5.
Confirmed.
Alright, so there's the commando done.
More for the kill, boys.
Nice shooting. Those both got to be mediums. Oh, they're tanks. Apparently, they're really in love with shooting at Auric.
I'm receiving you.
Well, Chaplain, you know, getting close to that Locust is not a good idea, but it'll give you a chance for a melee strike. And I want to see what the other enemy is. It's a Galleon, medium laser and 2 smalls. That's got an AC-5 on it.
Engaging target.
So that deals with the AC. And it's the autocannon that really disturbs me.
Boss.
We can take a couple of laser hits right now without too much trouble. Wow, they really don't like Auric, and Auric's armor has failed him in a spot.
Structure damage.
It's just the Jenner right now that kind of worries me. And I can't hit it from where I'm sitting. But if I jump up there and just use my autocannons... Oh yes, I'm well aware that that would be a massive overheat. Single autocannon.
Engaging target.
And when crit an SRM-4.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Dr. Murad, what's happening in there? Come in, Doctor.
A little busy. The pirates are dead. But so are half of my engineers. It's an unholy mess in here. Bodies everywhere.
Can you get the ship flying again? I need an update.
Look, do you want me to talk or do you want me to fix the damn ship? You do your job, I'll do mine.
Alright, so after that brief interlude, I want to keep the Jenner in front of Auric. I know jump jetting over here is probably not the greatest idea in the world. Let's actually go for a precision strike. Go for that center torso. Come on, Auric, knock it out. Ah, didn't get to knock it out. But it gives you a fair amount of evasion. And that tank really does not like you, Auric.
Internal damage. I'm ready.
Alright, so that Locust isn't doing too good. But if we bring the good Chaplain up here, you should be able to deal with that Jenner from point blank with a PPC.
Got it, Commander.
Well, destroyed a jump jet. That's good enough.
Cobra strikes. Standing by.
Alright, Phoenix. I know we're not exactly playing this too strategically, but we're going to run you up close. Hopefully this autocannon will be able to hit. 30% shot? Nah, we're going to save the ammo. As for me, I could do a death from above strike, but it wouldn't be the greatest in the world. Hopefully I can fire both my autocannons.
Engaging target.
I can fire both my autocannons, but they're gonna miss. Which means that Jenner's probably gonna get a free pop shot at Auric. But it only fired one laser. That's curious.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Auric. You're running hot anyway. Go stomp that tank.
Locked on for physical attack. Vehicle trashed. Watch my six. Oh, that really hurt.
Ooh, that's a torso injury.
My mech's coming apart around me.
I don't know why they're so after you, Auric, but they really, really are this time. Well, hopefully Auric is not dead, because they just put him down pretty hard.
On my way.
Chaplain, please take them out. Losing Auric is not a good thing this early in the campaign. I don't want to lose mech warriors.
Target acquired.
I'm actually amazed that Jenner has held up as well as it has. But now I'm going to deal with that Locust by bashing my face into it.
Engaging physical attack.
Well, it lost its evasive, and it lost a leg. Which means Phoenix should, in theory, be able to kill it.
Receiving you. Roger.
And this will only take us up to 5, so we've still got 2 more things to deal with when this is all said and done.
Locking in all weapons.
Ah, okay, looks like we got her on the radar. You think you're gonna steal my ship, you miserable little scrub? Nobody steals from Grim Sybil. I'm gonna carve you like a roasted pig. That's a big mech. So this looks like a Shadow Hawk and something else. Yeah, but it's in terrible condition. Concentrate your fire and you should be able to take it. That Jenner is still being a problem, though. I'm just going to back up a tiny little bit, or in this case, turn. Take my autocannons off. See about doing away with this. There we go. That's for Auric. Bastard. That should be their Shadow Hawk, which is currently on Phoenix's blind side. Just have to deal with this Jenner.
Aye, aye. Moving to position.
Gonna reset his cannon a little bit.
You wanna go? Let's go.
And kill the Jenner with a melee attack. Good going, Phoenix.
Target neutralized.
I'm ready.
Chaplain, we can't really do much with you this turn. I don't really want to jump you either. So let's just move you over here and let you cool off a little bit. Then we can rip apart that Shadow Hawk before we deal with Grim Sybil herself. Alright, I'm running hot, but Phoenix is not.
Location confirmed.
So let's go with a precision strike. Now it's the left torso we really want to hit.
Critical hit, Commander.
Well, that definitely didn't sit too well with them. Chaplain, let's get you to circle around and pretty much do the same thing. Aim for that left torso.
Firing.
This, we're going to swap off again lasers to autocannons. Get a little bit of a height advantage too. Take some sniper shots at him.
Engaging target.
That should be Grim Sybil. I think she's in a quick draw. Ooh, that was a lot of missiles incoming.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Definitely have to knock out that Shadow Hawk. Our guys are taking a beating. Watching for the orange numbers. Most of it's hitting the armor, which is okay for now.
Armor low.
Ready for orders.
Alright, Phoenix, get up there and do your thing. Maybe you can get that leg.
Ready for orders.
Hey, come on, Grimaldus. You guys are pretty much full armor, full health. So knock this guy out, would you?
Locked on target. Reporting enemy battle mech down.
Alright, so Chaplain, that almost lets you off the hook
Full throttle.
for taking the ship apart. I'm just going to skirt behind this wall here and see what the quick draw does. I should have overheated her, shouldn't it? Yep, it made her go critical on her heat.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, Chaplain, get in there and give her a boot. Or a punch.
I waited to it.
This is where flamethrower type weapons would normally come in handy. But we're going to be punching her down a little bit. There goes the right arm. So, not too great, not too bad either.
Action on that one.
If she does anything on this turn, she's going to be overheating that mech a ton. For this, though, I think that we should be able to do an alpha strike.
All weapons committed.
An LRM-10 crit. Jump jets are destroyed.
Critical damage detected.
If she does anything besides run or melee, I think she's in trouble. I might have taken her below her heat threshold. Just barely. Alright, Phoenix. This side has been pretty much opened up, so let's get you to move over there and take a shot at it. The quick draw is actually a really good mech.
Roger.
There's a torso destroyed, so another pilot injury.
Some heavy damage.
Orders?
Chaplain, same thing. We can actually pop you up top here, give you the range back you need for your long-range weapons. She's pretty unstable. Heard the overheat warning. Now the real question, how gutsy do I feel? I actually don't feel very gutsy at all. We've already had one mech go down. Granted, it was a spider, but I don't know if Oric made it out of there or not. I'm really hoping he did.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Alright, I'm going to unmask myself again and come over for a precision shot. Hopefully I'll be able to do a fair bit of damage. Yeah, I'm well aware that it's going to be an overheat. If we go for the torso,
Engaging target.
head hit, so another pilot injury.
Orders.
Let's actually just get you to shoot, Phoenix.
Giving him everything I've got.
There's a heat sink destroyed.
Scored a critical hit.
Commander?
Chaplain, we're kind of counting on you right now to knock this out. Can we fire the PPC instead of the laser? Yes, we can.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Is she gonna try and melee me? Ooh, that was straight to the armor. Or, not armor, the structure.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Phoenix, stay on that right side. Do what you can to punch through the last of her armor. I'm gonna melee her this turn, so do what you can. Ooh, we have enough inspiration to go for a precision strike.
Enemy down.
Alright, so Dr. Murad just told us to get to the Argo.
Moving out.
With any luck, Auric survived. He'll be severely injured, but severely injured is better than dead.
Orders? Moving to position.
It's done. I can't believe it. It really worked. The engines are online and I have thrust control. Go now, celebrate later. Roger that. Hang on, Commander. For the first time in 2 centuries, this beast is going to fly.
Mission successful.
So we succeeded on that one. This was a pretty long mission, too. Alright, now the moment of truth. Please don't be dead, Auric. Auric was killed in action. Damn. Sorry, buddy. It happens sometimes. Happened to Blood in the other Let's Play, so just gonna have to open it up to someone else. That quick draw was nasty, so I think we're gonna take part of it as salvage. Take another piece of the Jenner. And we did lose 2 medium lasers, so we'll confirm on that. AC5, 3 AC5s. Bunch of other really cool stuff, but that's not the important part. So in exile, high orbit of Alloway, you've done excellent work, Commander, and you've earned yourself an opportunity to do more. Meet your real client. I don't believe she needs an introduction. No, Lady Arano does not. I'm happy to see you again, Commander Draymond, or should I say Commander? Well, I said Commander twice in there. It's not written, but I said it. You've done well for yourself. The old man would be pleased. Must come as a shock to you seeing us here at Alloway, seeing us at all. I apologize for that, but I had to be sure that you were the mech warrior I remembered before I reached out to you. And now, with the Argo on its way to Lyerton for repairs, I know. You are everything I remembered and more. Well, none of that matters, Lady Arana. I'm just happy to see you alive. Yes, but how? Forgive me, Lady Arano, but you're supposed to be dead. Lord Madeira, too. The news feeds ran footage of your dropship getting blown out of the sky on a loop for months. That wasn't her dropship. The broadcasts of her death were a director of propaganda. Well-crafted lies to keep the masses in line. And with that, Kamea, I'll leave you to your reunion. Best of luck with the negotiations, and keep me apprised on whatever decision you come to. And the view screen blinks out. Lady Centrella was right about the propaganda, Draymond. My uncle's directorate is run on lies, though in this case they very nearly came true. The directorate's assassins pursued us into the frontier. In the months following the coup, we had more than our share of close calls. Eventually they gave up looking for us, and we've been living in exile ever since. Alright, so you made it off Cormadir, and you found me. Let's talk about why. I imagine you've already guessed. I intend to seek justice for my uncle's crimes. I intend to take my throne back, but I can't do it without you. Well, I feel special all of a sudden, even though I feel really bad that Auric died. We have resources, an army drawn from all across the frontier. Perhaps most importantly, we have the patronage of Lady Centrella and the tacit support of her government. That means money, a great deal of money. Yeah, I didn't realize that the originating coalition was on such good terms with the magistracy. I butchered those words. It wasn't, not really. But they want to see the directorate dealt with, and it isn't into their interest to do it themselves. They prefer to keep their own hands clean. In light of this, Kamea's claim to the throne is an asset worth paying for. The rumored periphery is a powder keg. Tensions between the Thorium Concordiate and the Federated Suns are high. My uncle's military posturing could be viewed as a provocation by either side. If open conflict between the superpowers were to erupt, it'd be difficult for anyone to remain neutral. The word I can't say wants to avoid getting dragged into a major war. And your House Centralla's best hope for a clean solution. They fill your war chest, you remove the directorate from the board, and the word I can't pronounce lets tensions between the Federated Sons and the Thorians simmer down on their own. Am I reading this situation correctly, Lady Urano? Correctly enough, but understand that this isn't just about diffusing a dangerous situation. For me, taking on the directorate is personal. My uncle betrayed me. The founding council has been reduced to a handful of powerless figureheads. Our very identity has been cut away and discarded. House Espinosa is long overdue for a reckoning, and with your help, I will bring them one. Join me, and we will not fail. Well, you've already sold me on this, Kamea. I pledge myself and my company to your cause. I was hoping you'd say that. Of course, you cannot wage war on my behalf while you travel restrictions remain in place, and so I shall break them. Now that you have pledged yourself to me, I will buy your company's debts. All of them. You'll be free to travel and see clients as you please, as long as you come to me when I call for you. And on the day that I reclaim my throne, your obligation to me will be forgiven, your debt wiped clean. Of course, you'll also be paid for every battle you fight at our behest, at a rate that will feel quite generous given the clientele that you're accustomed to. Thanks to House Centrella, we have money to burn. Well, I took down the scum that betrayed my family, Kamea. Seems only right that I help you do the same. Thank you. I feel that Raju Montgomery is smiling down on us, even now. I'll take my leave of you now. I have an army to rally and preparations to make, but it won't be long before I contact you again. And when I do, I'll need you ready. Prepare yourself and your company. Our war is about to begin. Lady Urano just bought up all of our debt, Commander. That means no more bank restrictions on our jump ship access. We can travel to more systems now, but we should steer clear of the major states. We don't want it to look like we're going to cut and run. Good news, Commander. Once Dr. Murad and her crew got that wrecked ship safely away, they found most of a Centurion in its cargo hold. It's not equipped for combat yet. With a bit of love and attention, I think it'll return to service. Swing by the mech bay in order to check it out and order a refit. And that's just more information on the Centurion. Oric has died. Way to remind me. But with that, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this week. So we lost a mech warrior, sadly. And I know that there's going to be a digital knife looking for me now. I'm sorry, Oric, I didn't mean it. But if you like the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, possibly see yourself pop up in one of the Let's Plays, most likely to die, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. Remember, life is a game, so play to win, and until next time, take care.